Welcome back. Welcome back to another wonderful adjustment checkup session. Welcome. Let's start with our opening music. All right. Again, I know it's corny. Just work with me until I figure out how to bring different music into the podcast mixer device. Okay. Welcome to the Adjuster Checkup. Welcome, everyone. So, it's going to be a little bit of a heart to heart kind of podcast tonight. Welcome back to another wonderful Wednesday. I am Charlene Hoskins. If you don't know me, I am the founder, owner, and CEO of TPAS LLC. Yeah, it is a property and casualty education firm that focuses right now solely on the education of the insurance claims adjuster. So, most of the topics that we talk about here for the appropriately named adjuster checkup are topics that adjusters need to have addressed. I am here as a sounding board for you. I am here for training and development for you. Okay. I have been an insurance adjuster since 2005. I came in after Hurricane Katrina. That was my very first storm, and I've been doing it ever since. Now I actually have two businesses that service the insurance industry. One, TPAS, which is our trading firm, and the second one is our independent adjusting firm, Contents Adjuster Team, which was co founded by myself and my mother, Deborah Johnson. And she runs that joint over there, and I run this joint here. So I've noticed, because some of you know I'll call you up and I'll occasionally check on you. And I say, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? When was your last deployment? What's been going on? And everybody gives me their reports. Some people don't answer my phone calls or call me back. That's okay. Just know that I'm not judging you. Understand that I life's okay. Life be lifing, as they say. So I totally understand how easy it is to get off track when pursuing this industry and deciding to try to transition from whatever you do now into insurance claims adjusting. So know that I understand. But what I think I've been picking up on is an energy that feels like to me. Now, if I'm wrong, please let me know I'm wrong. But it feels to me like there is a low vibration, a low energy that's contributing to low morale. Specifically, I'm picking this up from the insurance adjusters. Okay. And my first question is the industry low? Excuse me, is the industry low? Is the morale of adjusters in the industry low? And I'm going to have to unfortunately say yes. I think morale is a little bit low. And I think that there are a few contributing factors um, that's causing this. Number one, which was on my list, was confidence. I think to a certain extent, some of us have lost our confidence. And in that respect, I think some of us have lost our way. I think that, and again, there's a bunch of reasons why this is happening. You're under a lot of pressure. It's a high stress job. One of the reasons it has a high turnover rate, high stress. And you're not just dealing with the stress and the pressure from the insured wanting their claim resolved, but you're also dealing with the stress and the pressure of management, right? And things changing direction all the time, not necessarily getting the hand holding that you need as the adjuster so you can really feel that you have a handle on what you're doing, um, as well as just outside pressure from what you need in your life, right? It's like, oh my gosh, if I don't get a good customer service score, if I don't do a good job on this claim or these claims, plural, then I'm going to get low customer service scores. Management is writing me. And then on top of all that, like I need this to survive. I need this to pay my bills. I need this to make it in this world, right? And so I think with all of that, you kind of feel like you're being squeezed in a vice a little bit as an adjuster. And as a result, it starts kind of chipping away little by little at your confidence. And I'm feeling that energy coming off of everybody. I am. Um, I don't know what words of advice I would give for that. Um, because the thing about confidence is no one can give it to you but you. Um, I've been where you are under the thumb of your employer carrier, employer IA firm, having the pressure from insurance, pressure from management, your own personal pressures. Uh, I'll say this as an independent adjuster, one of the things that kept me going was, I said, no matter what, despite everything else, I need to do my best on this claim. And I would say that for every claim that I've ever assigned to. I need to give it my best. I need to give it my all. Even if my best and my all may or may not be necessarily good enough, I still need to give it that, right? And that was the thing that I put a lot of my attention towards. Let me just do my best because where I kind of found my happy place was when I did do a good job, because I not only did my job, but I went over and beyond the call of duty to make sure that I provided good customer service, found coverage, tried to close the claim as quickly as possible. And with that, and because of that, what would usually happen is, I would get feedback from the insureds or management or QA on a file review that said, hey, you did a good job, or you scored in the, higher 90th percentile for the QA percentages on these reviews, or a customer coming back and saying, man, thank you so much, or writing in a thankful email full of gratitude, like, man, thank you. I'm so glad, Charlene helped me, da 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 da. That's what really kept me going and kept me motivated, along with the fact of, as an independent adjuster, I knew that that assignment was eventually going to end. And so I found solace in that. Okay, it's not going to last forever. I'm going to have a break. And when I have said break, I'll be able to kind of decompress and woosah and recharge my batteries. Another way that I would suggest to boost your confidence is lean on each other. Be there for each other. If you have a team of adjusters, a network of adjusters, lean on each other. If you're having and facing difficult times, don't be afraid. Hopefully, you've got a good, close knit group that you can trust. Don't be afraid to just set some time apart. Excuse me, apart. Set some time aside to vent. Go get in a private, safe space and go off, sir or ma'am. Go off about whatever. Get it out of your system. All right. Oh, this person made me mad. This claim, I can't believe they blah, blah, blah. And again, the key to this is having a safe space, because, and knowing that whoever you're expressing yourself to, they're not going to run back and go tell that, right? Because it's like, we're just getting this off our chest. Okay. We're not trying to cause anybody any harm, but Jesus, Joe gets on my nerves when he comes to work with his wrinkled clothes every day, right? Or so and so is such a terrible manager, or this claim examiner don't know what they do, whatever the case. Or that broke my heart that I couldn't get that claim paid, because you're taking in a lot of energy and you're having to filter out a lot of energy. You're getting, again, energy from management. Rush, 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 close claims, close claims. You're getting energy from each individual insured or insureds. And sometimes that can be more than one person. You can have husband and wife, they elderly, they kids is calling you. You know, you're getting all of that coming at you. You got your own goals, your own threshold, your own bar, I should say, that you're trying to reach. That internal pressure, right? So that's why I say, hopefully, you have a good network where you can get together and just have a venting session. Or should I just, can I say it? A BITC, you know what session. I think that would help to boost your confidence. Maybe we can even, I've been thinking about starting to put together some events for TPAS. for 2024 where I can gather some adjusters, starting off small somewhere in St. Louis and Chicago, and then expanding from that point on. Maybe maybe one of the events might be an open word, adjuster chronicle kind of thing. Just come on in and just tell us your stories. You're in a safe space. It's not going to get back. Talk about whoever you want to talk about. It's okay. Say whatever you need to say. And I think part of the problem that's affecting our confidence is we've got a lot going on and a lot coming at us, and there's nowhere to put this energy. So it gets internalized and it starts eating away at you, and then starts breaking you down. All right, second on the list is security. I think a lot of things that are affecting us is security right now as a whole, as an industry with AI on the rise. I think some of us are feeling a little threatened in our positions. I think also, as I see certain Facebook groups that I've been watching over the years, where you have somebody new chiming in and saying, "Hey, what's going on? I want to be an adjuster. Or I just got licensed. What should I do? Anybody got any advice?" And they just pounce on this person. I ain't no workout here. La da 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 da. Again, making everybody's feeling very insecure at that point, right? We've got the seasoned adjusters obviously feeling insecure about the new people that's coming in. And here's the thing, seasoned adjusters, if you're on your game, then a newbie should not be able to best you. But at the same time, out with the old, in with the new. We need the new people. We need the fresh minds. We need the different perspectives. We need the new ideas. We need the new energy, fresh energy. Because even with those who have been in the industry, the energy it has become very stagnant. It's not looking lively over here in the insurance world, okay? Not that we're not that your job is here to entertain you. I'm just saying. We looking pretty dry. Not looking lively. We need to liven up the place a little bit. Because with the liveliness, that comes with a surge of energy. It comes with it's energetic, and that becomes contagious, where people become excited about being in the industry, and that's what we need. We need you to be excited about being here, because that excitement fuels motivation, fuels the desire to make move upward, fuels the desire to be your best at what you do, and having a spirit of excellence. Okay. So security is a huge thing. So when we have the older adjusters discouraging the new adjusters, that's the older adjusters' insecurities coming out, because I'm not threatened by, and I never have been, by a new person. Okay. And that's also making the new people feel not so secure, because it's like, oh my gosh, I just gotten this. I just paid all this money for licensing. They're saying there's no work out here. Whoa, what have I done? Let me assure all you folks who just got here into the industry, it's okay. There's work. All right, there's work out here. But while you're waiting on the work, get your skill set up, so that when the work comes, not only can you do it, you can try to stay around as long as possible. I've had adjusters that I've trained that went on their very first field storm as a field adjuster and became cleanup crew, stayed all the way through and was the cleanup crew. That's not normal, but they had good training. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I've had inside adjusters. My little cousin right now is literally been made a team lead on her first inside job. And she's the top performer. She's not just team lead because she's cute, and she is really cute, but she's the top performer, right? So, like, while you're feeling kind of nervous and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe what these old adjusters said. They said there's no work out here. There's work. Also, explore your opportunity. Do you know insurance touches every single industry? Every industry. Don't think of it about just houses and cars and businesses. Every industry. Everything has to be insured. Celebrity contracts, movie contracts, sports contracts, construction projects. I mean the big ones, right? Like commercial construction projects. Oil spills, that's insurance. Some any kind of environmental disaster, insurance. Products manufactured and sold, insured. There's insurance everywhere. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not getting any way over here, then let's try a different avenue. Try to become an environmental adjuster who get paid thousand, depending on the assignment, between $1,000 to $1,500 a day. Try to go figure out how to get in there. Well, how do I do that? Start talking to management. You know an environmental adjuster? Y'all do environmental adjusting. If you're not deployed, talk to deployment. What y'all know about environmental adjusting? Does Renfro? Do you guys have an environmental department account? Da 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 da. Can I talk to whoever's over there so I can figure out what I need to do so that the next time, and it will happen again because humans are by their nature fallible, we'll have another environmental disaster because these companies and these corporations are habitual line steppers. There will be another BP spill or oil spill of some kind. Exxon, gas, Alaska, whatever the case may be, they're going to do it again. And there's adjusters still working on that stuff right now to this day. Figure out how to get in. I'm sorry, I don't know how to get in. Okay, if I could tell you, I would tell you. I heard that taking a 40-hour hazmat class may help. Um, so not to let try not to let the feelings of you not feeling secure about being in this get to you. There's security here. This is a huge industry. Do you know insurance? The revenue collected in insurance in every country usually contributes to about 30 to 40% of its GDP, its gross domestic product, which is like a country's worth, its net worth. In those numbers, a chunk of it is based on that country's revenue that they bring in with insurance. It's a big industry, okay? Do not be discouraged. It can take care of you. It will take care of you. Not it can. We got to speak our affirmations. You got to do your work. You got to work on your manifestations. I will get a deployment opportunity. Not It might come, like I tell people, it's not a matter of if you're going to be deployed. It's only a matter of when you will be deployed. You will get a deployment opportunity, and say that. Start speaking it. Start manifesting it. Don't manifest ain't no work, because if you say ain't no work, it ain't going to be no work for you. Just like they say, if you manifest ain't no good women out here, well, that every woman you going to find ain't going to be the one for you, because you already manifested ain't none. Ain't no good men. Well, yeah, that's what you're going to face, because that's what you're saying. That's what you're speaking. What does the Bible say? The power of life and death is in the tongue. Speak it. Okay, so anyhow, let me get off that. So we talked about confidence, lean on each other, vent to each other. We talked about security that's affecting morale, the security of having a job, security of having a deployment opportunity, getting some money, getting on the payroll, getting some money in your pocket, right? There's things that you can do. We talked about it. If you want, go back to them other podcasts. We did 10 of them, and probably half of them, this is podcast number 10, probably half of them might have said something in regards to how to work and work on your skill set while you're not working right now. All right. Number 3 is a huge one. Respect. We got a lot of disrespect in the industry. It's a lot of disrespectful mother. It's some disrespectful people out here, and it's affecting morale big time. I've been there. It's hard. It's hard not to want to jump up and snatch somebody by their collar or their neck or ball up your fist and put it in their face. I get it. Been there. Could have lost the job and been totally, oh, yeah, messed up a few times, but I had to hold myself back. The respect thing is huge. What does my mom say? People do not work for money alone. They work for pride and recognition. And that's why I tell all my new adjusters when I'm training them, you're here because you heard about the money. That's what brought you here. But what's going to keep you here is your why, not the money. Because eventually you'll get tired of, you'll be so tired you be like, forget that money. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're going to get tired after months. Once you do get in and you are working steady, after weeks, days, months, and sometimes years of that, you get tired. And the money don't matter no more. But that respect, excuse me, that respect is crucial. There's a lot of disrespect in the industry. I've witnessed it, and unfortunately, it's something that is still happening today. And the disrespect is discouraging really good adjusters. Some of these carriers and firms are losing good adjusters because of disrespect. The industry as a whole are losing potentially really good people because of disrespect. And here's the thing, how a company treats an employee does not start from the bottom from the employee and trickles up. It starts from the top and it trickles down. So the disrespect is because the company, whatever company that is, and if you are somebody who runs a company, a carrier, an IA firm, and you're feeling a certain kind of way, then of what I'm about to say, then I suggest that you look within your organization. You are breeding a culture of disrespect with your leadership. That it's okay to disrespect the employees. That it's okay to disrespect the IAs. You trying to treat independent adjusters like, and adjusters period, like bald headed stepchildren. No offense to anybody who's a bald headed stepchild. Y'all know what I mean. You're treating them as if they are disposable, when in actuality, them and their intellectual property is very valuable and should not be considered as something that's easily to be disposed of. And the thing is what you give people is what they give to you. You give them disrespect, you treat them like they're just another employee number. That's how they're gonna treat your insurance. How you want it. You want to look like, no shade. You want to look like Walmart in these streets or Costco or Target. I'm just saying there's a difference. It's a different customer base between those two vendors. Walmart and I said Costco, but I meant to say Walmart and Target. There's a difference in customer base between those two companies. There's a difference in service level between those two companies. That's why people pay extra to go to Target versus Walmart, because Walmart always got some ish going down. They don't know how to treat people right. And I know I've had family that have worked for Walmart. I know why the Walmart employees are the way they are, because Walmart doesn't, it ain't coming from it, the top ain't got it together. When it comes to the respect, the only thing you can do, as everybody knows, you have to teach them. You have to teach somebody how to treat you. If the disrespect is too much, I want all the adjusters to know that are out there, whether you are new or old. I don't care how much they're paying you. Don't you ever, don't you ever let no company, carrier, IA firm, I don't care who it is. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care who they're connected to. Don't you ever allow any person, place, organization to be disrespectful to you. to disrespect you, to talk down to you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be combative, but you do need to address it. You can confront a situation by being assertive without being aggressive. Okay? You can be assertive and state your piece. Excuse me, uh, Manager Smith. Yeah, when you said that right there, I found that offensive. Even though a report to HR, you may feel like will do nothing. Report it to HR anyway. Because what I'm learning is what I did learn was for some reason, when a company and when the culture of the company is made this way, this is what happens. It's that culture where if they think that you're all they have as far as for employment and earnings and things like that, they think they can treat you any kind of way because you're not going to go anywhere because you need them. I need everybody who is in positions of leadership in these firms and in these carriers to understand, baby, we go to the highest bidder. Yeah, we need you, but you need us more. It is through our work and our efforts that the customer knows if they purchased a good product with your policy. It is through the work and the effort of the adjuster. Okay? That piece of paper, that chunk of policy, we are the ones who put it into place. We're the ones who are actually doing the work that the policy says it's going to cover or whatever. We're the ones actually doing that interpretation. Without your claims department being on point, you would have a mess on your hands. We need each other. We respect you, but you're not respecting us. And as a result, you're screwing up morale. People are not doing as well with their performance that they could be doing. You want to give pizza parties, you need to give raises. Raises, more money. Inflation is going up. Adjuster pay isn't. Adjuster compensation isn't. IA firms are skimming more off the top from us. And carriers are wanting to pay us less. Skip the pizza party, put it in the paycheck. We trying to catch paychecks, not pizzas. Okay? Like they say, I'm trying to catch flight, not feelings. Y'all like that? Okay, whatever. I'm just saying. We got to get the respect up, but I will tell you all what's going to help your morale if you don't allow yourself as the adjuster to be treated poorly. If they start having meetings and saying, if you don't like it, you can go to your unemployment line. Go ahead and submit your 2 weeks. Go look for something else. They're not respecting y'all. And management standing in said meeting and not saying a freaking word. Oh no, this is not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. See, that's where workplace bullying and all that stuff comes from. And we need to take a stand against that stuff. We really do. We have power. We have all the power, actually. Because if every adjuster decided tomorrow we boycotting, guess what? It's going to be a world of hurt. Who you going to be able to train and do them claims? AI ain't going to do it. It ain't ready yet. And I'll tell you something. Yeah, to a certain extent, AI is going to replace a lot of our jobs and a lot of our functions. But I don't. I think it will be. I think it will be enough that we'll be able to notice. But do I think everything and anything? Not just yet. We're maybe 20 years out, but be prepared. Okay, make the money you're making now. Be smart with it. Start saving, investing. Get you a financial planner, financial advisor. Make sure that when you're doing your taxes, you're using a CPA, a certified what is it, public accountant? Is that right? Certified public accountant, or a master accountant, something along those lines. Don't go to H&R Block to do your adjusted taxes. Don't go to Jackson Hewitt to do your adjusted taxes. They ain't gonna do no because listen. That's a whole. We'll talk. I'm gonna create. We'll have something about taxes. We'll have our tax guy come in and talk. I don't want to get too off subject. All right. Last bit. We're dealing with adjuster burnout, and that is affecting morale. Burnout's getting pretty bad, and I've been there where you want to stop, but you feel like I got to keep going. Again, you got to figure out what your why is, but you will get to a point mentally and emotionally and spiritually. You're going to hit a wall, and I see a lot of adjusters hitting a wall where they like, you know what? I got to stop. I got to stop for a minute. I don't know when I'm going to be back, but I got to stop for right now. And I've been there, and I want to tell you all this. I don't want you to feel guilty about feeling burnt out. This is a very high demand job. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so weak. Why couldn't I last longer? These people have been doing this for 20 years or what? I don't know. I'm being extreme, but they've been on this assignment with working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for, you know, 3 years. Why can't I hang in there longer? We all have our limits. Take that time for yourself. When you're burning out and you're feeling you're burning out, and you know how it feels, you're more irritable, you're less empathetic on the phone. Every other claim's turning into a hot claim, an argument, a complaint. So, with all of that said, recognize it, listen to your body, and go to your manager and say, I'm so sorry. I want to last longer, but is it possible that I'm on already on the cut list? Ask if you're already on the cut list. And if they say, well, no, you're not on the list, or they may say, yeah, you're on the cut list. Well, when am I supposed to be getting cut? Can I go ahead and put my 2 weeks in now? Or whatever time you need, hey, I'd like to take another month and then I need to take off, especially if you're on one of those prolonged projects. Now, if you feel like you can hang in there until it's over, it might be wrapping up soon, then go ahead and hang on in there and get your break. But get your break after it's over. But take the time that you need when you're feeling that burnout. Burnout is normal. We all deal with it. Everybody deals with it across all industries, not just insurance. And it's tough what we do. It's not easy. Some of us make it look easy, but it's not actually easy. And so the thing is, if you're feeling tired, be honest. Listen to your body and just be honest with yourself, because the insurance that you may or may not handle or give good customer service to properly don't deserve you performing um, at a lesser, you know, giving less customer service or a decreased, work ethic because you're tired, which is why it's so important. Because I know what you're thinking. I don't want to stop because what the money? I need to get paid. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. I got to get paid. Okay. That's why you want to do a good job at managing your finances when you start working from the very first hour, very first paycheck of earnings. Manage, manage, manage. Get those bills paid, and get them paid in advance so you're not stressing out on mortgage or rent or utilities after the assignment is over. That's what I used to do. I used to pay everything up and then pay it out for a year or 2 years, just depending on how I felt. Just so that when I stopped working, I wasn't like in a panic. Oh, I need to work again. All right. So that's all that I have. I hope that helps you all. I know it probably sounded like doom and gloom. It was a tough subject we had to talk about. We're talking about low morale and what's causing it. And it's there. It's definitely something that's real. It's something that I'm noticing. I want to be, with all of that said, again, be encouraged. Be encouraged. This too shall pass. No matter what it is, whatever deployment it is, whatever firm you're working for, whatever carrier you're working for. If you're a staff adjuster, look for opportunities to get out of the department that you're in or change your team, something like that. And here's the thing, and do it unapologetically. Do that with confidence. If Cynthia Travis TM at, I don't know if this is a real person. So if there's a real Cynthia Travis who's a TM at State Farm, I'm sorry. But if Cynthia Travis, your TM at State Farm, is like disrespectful, talking down to people, woo, make your HR complaint and then ask to be moved. I don't feel comfortable being on this person's team anymore. Is it possible I can move? Or look for positions within State Farm where you can move laterally or upward. Like, get out of there, man. Same thing. These IA firms, if you're an independent, man, listen, I'm telling you, only way to teach people how to treat you is to set them straight. Somebody says something weird or off, just be like, that wasn't cool. Why did you say that? If somebody came to you like that as your coworker, you'd be like, Dad, what I say, what I do? You would feel weird, like you'd be like, I need to watch it. Right? Because sometimes we don't know when we're doing something wrong unless someone tells us that we are. Some of our behavior, some behavior, and because we all come from different walks of life, different regions of the country and the world, something that may not offend one person may offend another. So if that happens, just see if you can handle it with that person first in a very assertive, but way where you're not being like aggressive and all in their face or on the verge of fighting or you're insulting them, and just be like, what you said there, that just sounded kind of. And I've had to do it too. I've heard adjusters maybe giving the wrong information to an insured on a call, and I wouldn't say anything because they were on the call. It's too late. But then I would get off the phone and say, hey, that information you gave is actually, you're halfway right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Are you open to that? I'm not trying to be in your business. I ain't trying to tell you how to do your job. They be like, no, no, no. Yeah, show me. What was it? And then I just give my little, hey, okay, you said this is actually this. See how the policy reads? And this way they can actually get more coverage. Or, unfortunately, because it is, we won't be able to pay for that, or it's only a partial payment. And they be like, yeah, because here's the thing. You don't want to overpay the claim. You don't want to underpay pay the claim. You only want to pay them for what they're owed. And that's all that the insurer wants. Most insurers who are true, honest, and truthful, that's all they want at the end of the day anyway. They don't want any more, they don't want any less. They want exactly what's due to them. All right. So let's work on it, you all. Let's work on it together. Let's be more mindful of how we're treating one another. If you're in a position of leadership, please be respectful of the people that's on your team. Because you wouldn't be able to be a leader of nobody if they wasn't there, correct? Okay. Um, and that goes for the executives as well. Like, adjusters, we played, I would like to say, and I might be biased by saying, we played the most vital role in the insurance process. The role that where the payouts are happening, where the money is being distributed from. That's based on our work, our research, our investigation. So help me help you help us. Meet us halfway. Okay, catch them paychecks, not pizzas. All right, that's what we're trying to catch. And be respectful of one another. And you never know what your coworker or whatever might be going through, or the person on your team. You never know what they're dealing with in their home life. Okay, and so I had a really, that's story time for another time. I had a really tough time at one point in my career where I had no peace at home and I had no peace at work, and I was I almost unalived myself. I'm just gonna be honest. You never know what somebody's going through. I was almost not here anymore. Do you understand? I almost opted out. We're going to call it that. I almost opted out because it was like I was so unhappy and I was so stressed out and I was under so much pressure. And it was like I was becoming so squirrely in my brain and I could not think of a solution, of a way out of my situation. I could not get, and it was bad. I was miserable. And all I did was either I was at work or I was at home. I didn't have much of a social life, and I had no peace in neither place, and that lasted for years, not just weeks, months, years. That lasted. But God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Praise Him. All right, Asheo. We still here. We still pushing it. So that is all that I have for you guys for this evening. And do I have any questions, any comments? The chat is pretty quiet. Whew, we really had to dive in on that one, y'all. But I appreciate you for listening in on another wonderful Wednesday of Adjuster Checkup. And I think I've given my words of encouragement. I think I've said enough. Just as best as you can, keep yourself lifted. Lean on each other for strength and confidence and assurance and security. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you got to do. It's going to get better. You're going to get past this point. It's going to be a distant memory. Your bank account will have at least four zeros in it at the very least. All right. You will be deployed. You will learn a lot. You will become a great adjuster that provides not only great customer service, you're going to have great investigative skills. You're going to have excellent interviewing skills, exceptional policy interpretation skills, expert estimate writing skills, and you will one day take all that great knowledge and intellectual property and use it to take yourself to the next level in this industry or another one. It's going to give you a huge boost. All right. So, with that said, I thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, girl, I haven't talked to you in so long. Um, how's the baby? He's not even a baby anymore. He's like a big old kid, but whatever. They're all babies to me. Um, I hope that this helps you. And for everybody who's listening, who's on YouTube, I apologize about adjuster checkup episodes 8 and 9, or I think it's 7 and 9. I am having trouble with my editing features and it's like not uploading right now. I'm not getting my edits in where you have the intro and the outro videos that come in before the actual checkup. I try to put those in before I post them on YouTube. It hasn't been working, so I might just upload the raw version from Facebook with no intro videos, and I'm so sorry. But it's a little delayed. I haven't forgotten about you all. I'm trying to get it up to you. In the meantime, just tune in here on Facebook until we get it right. All right. And with that said, Eva, hey girl. With that said, I am heading out, you all. I am gonna try to get my relaxation. I've been working really hard the last couple of weeks, and it's just the needs to breathe and take time and listen to my body, okay, and do some relaxation tonight. So, with that said, I am signing off, but I will see you all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel here at TPAS on Facebook next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central on the Adjuster Checkup. I'll see you all later. Have a good night and be good to each other, all right? Signing off. Bye.